Welcome back to another episode of Thoughts on Education organized by College Dunia. Today we have Ms. Nidhi Singh, Registrar of Naula Institute of Technology, Kolkata. Starting with a brief introduction of the Nidhi ma'am, Nidhi Singh has completed her B.Ed, M.Com, PGDM in marketing and also PhD. She has published papers in 3 international journals and 1 book chapter and 7 conference papers and also published 2 patents. Nidhi ma'am has more than 15 years of experience in marketing and administrative experience. Welcome to our show, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting.
Yeah. Ma'am, being the registrar of Naula Institute of Technology, what is your philosophy of leadership?
Inspiring, motivating, and helping others are my philosophy towards leadership. Good leadership help people achieve things they never thought were possible. Setting a good example, basically what is leadership all about to me.
Ma'am, when you first came to Naula Institute of Technology, what was your vision for the institute? And has it evolved over time?
Pardon?
When you first come to Naula Institute of Technology, what was your vision for the institute and how far you have come to succeeding and implementing that vision?
See, when I joined NIT in the year 2011, that is 10 years back, I wished to make it a premier engineering college in West Bengal. And once I joined, after that, the institute has received World Bank funded techie project that was worth ₹6 crores for the quality of improving the technical education and for the overall improvement of the institute. And after that, we received NAC accreditation. Then it was awarded Autonomous Institute from UGC and MAKAUT. And most of its eligible programs, both in BTech and MTech, are NBA accredited. Further, it became the first institution in the Eastern India to receive the prestigious QS International rating. And it has also received NIF ranking for the last 4 years. So the journey throughout these 4 years, throughout these 10 years were quite interesting, and we have gone up and up and up.
Ma'am, how do you strategize about the key programs and the plans for the marketing and administration of your institute?
See, regarding marketing, we need not publicize much as our students are a brand ambassador. We just have to focus on our students' content and the students' strength. They are basically our word of mouth, and we get admissions through them only. Why? Because our main target is to always give our best and strategize about overall development of a student so that they can be industry ready and they can easily get placed. Once the students who joins Narula after 4 years of his or her journey, when he or she becomes an engineer and gets placed in a good MNC, then they are only our brand ambassador. They promote our institute to the others and we get the market admission. So regarding marketing, we need not do much about to attract students. And regarding administration, if you talk about, we focus a lot about in the discipline area of the students. Uniform is must to bring about a sense of equality among all. We are very strict on students' attendance as well. Our institute has zero tolerance policy against ragging, bullying, etc. We want our students to suffer the pain of discipline rather than to suffer the pain of regret afterwards. So this is all about how do we strategize our administration with the students.
Ma'am, what are some of the biggest challenges you see in both higher education sector in general and in particular for your institute?
Right now, the biggest challenge is this pandemic, and the biggest challenge for higher education as well as for our institute was to cope up with the online education right now and make students comfortable with the new normal design. However, we were the pioneer in starting online classes just after 2 days of declaration of lockdown last year. Just after the government declared lockdown, after 2 years only we initiated our online classes. And now after 1.5 years, our faculty and staff are fully conversant with this new technologies. Each one of them have made video lectures of theory as well as the lab classes. And we have shared the same with our students for their better understanding. So now gradually we are coping up with this new normal and we are excelling here as well.
Ma'am, how do you try to bring in the practical approach towards the subjects and make it industry oriented for your institute?
See, like we at NIT, we always give extra weightage to project-based learning, where students learn by doing. They have been assigned some project, they are working in a team, and they design some products, they do some innovations. So we also conduct. Other than that, we also conduct several seminars, conferences, industrial talks by industrial experts. We send our students to industry for internship as well as for different industrial visits we organize throughout the year. Regarding the curriculum and the syllabus, our syllabus and curriculum are totally industry oriented. They fulfill the requirement of the industry. It gets changed at regular intervals based on the industry changes, based on the current industry demand. In our board of studies, we have nominations from relevant people from industry who guide us regarding the industry expectations, and we form a syllabus as per the industry demand, so that our students just after complete, in fact before passing out, they become industry ready. So once they go into the industry, they do not face any new thing because the industrial visits and internship they have already done. So this way we try to incorporate with the industry and bring about a good industry academia relationship.
Ma'am, how do you try to tend to make a healthy relationship with the students and the fellow faculties of your institute?
Our institute practices a very strong mentor-mentee relationship. Each faculty is a mentor of some of these mentees, some of the students. We call them as mentees. So students discuss all sorts of problems, be it academics or non-academics, with their mentors, and they also the mentors try to come up with all possible solutions for them. We conduct different sports and cultural activities between students and the faculty members, so the gap between them are reduced and there's a friendly environment between them. At NIT, there's a strong and congenial bond between the students and the faculty members. So that's basically a good asset of the institute. The healthy relationship between the student and the discipline is there at one hand, but the congenial relation is there on the other hand.
Ma'am, how does the institute enhances the skills of the faculties and also prepares them according to the industry standards?
Yeah, it's very important. Every new faculty who join our institute, they have to undergo induction program or orientation program, wherein they are taught about the institute rules and regulations, code of conduct, etc. All the faculty undergo short-term training programs, short-term development programs, faculty development programs, as well as management development programs for enhancement of their skills as per this industry standards. And I already mentioned, many of the industry members are the part of our committee with various committees, and they regularly help and guide our faculty members to cope up with the new industry challenges, so that they can imbibe these challenges, they can imbibe this education to the next generation.
Ma'am, what are your views upon the placement of the higher education for your students of the institute?
So placement is a very vital part of our institute. It's like a pillar. We focus on placement very religiously. From first year onwards, we provide BCT training. We call it as beyond curriculum training to the students. Along with that, we also provide, as I also already mentioned, industry visits, internships, seminars, workshops, soft skill classes, aptitude classes, technical training to them. And we have a very dedicated team of training and placement cell who moves no stone unturned for getting the students placed. What I mentioned, like the soft skills, aptitude skills, technical skills, these are some of the things that are required when a student goes and faces the interview. So we train them from the first year onwards, so that in the fourth year they are very conversant with the system of the interview process. We also conduct a lot of the interview sessions, mock PI, mock GD sessions, so that they create conversion with the system and do not face any hesitation when they face the interview.
Ma'am, what do you think?
To inform you, more than 89% of the students are already placed. Even in this pandemic also, a lot of many of students have got a lot of multiple offers companies. They have got offers in Capgemini, Accenture, TCS, Infosys, Persistent. All them, the students got all 7 or 8 offers is there in their hand. Now the choice is on the student, like whom to support, choose. Like,
So the placement is always good, ma'am, right?
yes, placement. We are very much like concentrating about the placement, because when a student enters into the 4 years of education, the parents invest so much money. So end of the day, they want that their students should be employable. The students should get some placements. So we are very concentrated. We are very serious about the placement activities. This is the reason we begin it from the very first year onwards.
Ma'am, what do you think should be the institute top priority for the next 10 years?
See, our institute vision for the next 10 years is to get all its approved program NBA accredited, both in the MTech and the BTech sector. We also plan to have PhD as a minimum criteria for all the faculty members. Right now, more than 45% of the faculty members are already PhD holders, and rest of them have already registered or enrolled. So we can plan like after 10 years, all the faculty members, whoever is there with us, they will be a PhD holder. And we are focusing on improving on the research and consultancy activities at NIT. We are also getting prepared to get more international ratings for the institute. We are also focusing on the innovation and entrepreneurship of the students, so that nowadays is a Make in India concept is there. So all the students has to innovate and has to we are promoting the patent writing, the research article. Many students are into the research. Some of the students don't want to go work for the placement, they want to go for the research activities. We are also promoting these research activities, but throughout these 10 years, we want our institute to be more research-oriented institute.
Ma'am, what valuable advice would you like to give to the students for having a prosperous career ahead?
See, I would always advise our students, all concerned, rather to be happy, confident, and positive in all the situation it's come across their way. I strongly trust that the belief that you can have a meaningful career is the very first step to finding a one. So my students are always confident and are ready to face any challenge. So this is my mantra of life, and I try to inculcate the same to my students as well.
Ma'am, that was such an insightful message. I hope that this conversation of ours would help the students to learn something from it. And thank you so much for sparing time in this difficult period and having this interview, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. It was wonderful talking to you. Thank you
so much, ma'am.